Want to see Aspyre Esports live? Follow our Twitch channel and click the notification bell to be notified when it's game time.
Aspyre wearing their white jerseys, Carpe Diem representing the Penguins kits, black and gold. Here's Peke in a great defensive spot now, sitting in the crease. Tikkanen, that's John Dees who crosses the blue. John Dees through the legs, then back to Tiger. Tiger back to John Dees who takes a shot from a low angle. This one a leg patted away. Tiger, left wing circle, down low. Kolslov behind the net, goes to the backhand on a spinorama. This puck is dangling all over the place, but does not go. GG to Haitala, Haitala to Peltola. Peltola, one-on-one with the goaltender. He's going to slide it 5-hole, and that's a goal here for Carpe Diem to open things up. That's the first goal of the series. Carpe Diem with control. Moon now into their offensive zone. Shot out in front here for Carpe Diem off of a beautiful pass that came from behind the baseline. That's Peltola, his second of the game. Okay, able to win this center ice face-off after that Carpe Diem goal. John Dees going the other way. He goes to the backhand and snipes the top left corner. Aspyre are on the board. They bring that lead to within one. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Second period set to begin with the drop of the puck. Okay, able to win this one back to Peke, who feeds it to John Dees. Aspyre in the offensive zone very quickly. Here's John Dees looking for an opportunity to shoot as he slides out of the slot, but Haitala's there to poke check him and gain control here for the side of Carpe Diem. Now Moon takes a shot that nearly finds the back of the net, but Nambo with a leg pad save pushes it just barely far enough to go around that post. GG skating all over at the point. Now passes the Moon. Moon to Kusarik in the slot. Kusarik down low to Haitala. Haitala to Peltola! And now it's John Dees. John Dees crosses the blue line, feeds it to Kolslov. Kolslov to Oke in the slot, wide open, wrist shot, scores! But a great job from GG to stay grounded. He doesn't try anything fancy. He puts a poke check on, and we go the opposite direction. Here is an own goal. I'm talking about the great defensive efforts from Carpe Diem, and as I'm doing so, a unfortunate series of events in the defensive zone here for Aspyre. We go into the third period. Aspyre starting this period down 2. They need to score twice to push in overtime, 3 to win this thing in regulation. Haitala to Kusarik. Kusarik is going to get poke checked. We have an opportunity here, a 2-on-1. Kolslov feeds it to John Dees, who takes a wrist shot. That's glove saved by Bobrovsky. Which check is going to lead to an opportunity for Aspyre? John Dees in control on the left wing here is looking for a cross-crease pass, and it's intercepted by a Carpe Diem defender, but he's moving too fast and he loses control. Aspyre gonna score on an own goal. Peke thinking his lucky stars. Tiger into the offensive zone. It's Oke. Oke takes a wrist shot that's blocked away by Bobrovsky. Haitala now skating the other direction, takes a massive check from Tiger, and now it's Kolslov into the offensive zone. Spinorama, the shot going to be covered up by Bobrovsky. Aspyre down just 1. Offensive zone face-off opportunity here for Aspyre. 16 seconds in this third period. They are down 1. Tie up here from Oke in the face-off circle. He is able to win it, but GG with some defensive action is able to get the puck back on the stick of Carpe Diem. They try to clear, but Tiger cuts it off. He feeds it down low. Oh my God! Tiger regains control off of Carpe Diem, trying to clear it out of the zone. He feeds it down low to Kolslov, who aggressively skates toward the goaltender. He finds the back of the net with just a second on the clock here for Aspyre late in the third period. We are getting ready to go. Things are heating up here in game number 1 of the ECL Pro Winter Playoffs. Kolslov able to pick this thing up in the defensive zone for Aspyre. He's into the offensive zone. He's looking for an outlet pass. He cannot make it connect. Moon's going to pick this thing up, but okay, poke checks, moves it back to Kolslov. Kolslov takes a shot. It's rebounded. John Dees, he shoots. He scores. John Dees just found the back of the net for Aspyre in overtime. Merely 1 minute after they tied it in the last second of the third period. Unreal ending to game number 1. Alrighty. I apologize for the abrupt start. We are set and underway here. This is game number 2. To the point to Kusarik. Kusarik over to GG. GG over to Haitala. And a great save here from Nambo. A couple saves off the leg pad, but just as the rebound comes, we have a cross-crease pass that CD is able to capitalize on. Aspyre going to be down 1 here in the first period. Period 2 underway with the drop of the puck. This one won by Aspyre. Okay, with a great pass up to Kolslov, who's on the breakaway. Kolslov to the backhand, cannot find the save, or cannot find the net. A great save from Bobrovsky, and now Peltola back down. A great back check from Aspyre to get back on the defensive side of things. A shot does ring off of the post, but from a low-quality angle, never had a chance there. Carpe Diem with control behind the Aspyre net. He wraps around the front and a backhand through the 5-hole of Nambo leads to a 2-0 Carpe Diem lead. They are back in the scoring category. Kolslov goes to the forehand to take a wrist shot, but it's blocked away by the defender here from Carpe Diem. Just 3 minutes left on the clock of EA time in the second period. A great pass here down low leads to another goal for Carpe Diem. They weren't able to capitalize on their full pressure meter, but a great back check from them. Here we go. Third period is underway. Kusarik with control now for the side of Carpe Diem in his defensive zone. A great poke check here from John Dees as he's racing toward the puck, but he loses that race to Gigi, who now moves it to Moon, then Haitala, then Peltola, and they're across the blue line. Backhand to forehand, skating backwards, moving around the blocker of Nambo. Moon now on the breakaway for Carpe Diem. He goes to the backhand while skating backwards. And Nambo's going to lay out and do everything he can to make this save, but it's just not going to be enough. Credit Moon with a hat trick in this game. And they are relentless through all 3 periods, just 5 seconds on the clock. I think it's safe to say the nail is in the coffin here for game number 2. As Carpe Diem skate this thing back to their own end, the horn sounds. Game number 2 is over. Series tied 1-1. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Game number 3 is underway. Moon now across the blue line. Moon over to Peltola, who takes a shot. An incredible glove save here from Nambo is going to keep this thing deadlocked at 0. And here we go. Back to the face-off circle to start the second period. Okay, going to tie this thing up. Kolslov with control. He crosses the blue line. Offense for Aspyre very quickly. Man advantage still from the second period. Don't forget it. John Dees to Tiger at the point. Tiger over to Kolslov, who takes a one-time shot. That's blocked away by Bobrovsky. And now Tiger with control. He crosses the blue. 18 seconds and counting on the power play. A great glove save here from Bobrovsky, who's single-handedly keeping Carpe Diem in the 0-0 scoreless game column. Pinned against the wall, but he's able to move the puck to Kolslov. Kolslov skating aggressively toward the net and takes a rip from the backhand that goes off of the post, and it's not going to go. Here's an opportunity now, yet another interception for John Dees, who moves it to Kolslov. Kolslov skating backwards in the left wing. Peke takes a one-time shot from the point. That does not go. A redirect opportunity was there. Moon now with control before he moves it to Kusarik. Moon takes a one-time shot off of Kusarik's pass that somehow finds the back of the net from a low angle position. Third period is underway. It's now or never for Aspyre in game number 3. And okay, going the other direction. Here's a pass to John Dees, who crosses the blue line. Now a battle for the puck down low. Kolslov able to get his stick on it. Still battling. Here's a big check from OK that opens things up. An interception here from John Dees, but bobbles the puck a little bit, and we have an offsides call. OK now moves it to Kolslov. Kolslov trying to work his way around Kusarik, throws the brakes on, and now has a little bit of space before moving it to Peke. Peke over to Tiger. The puck bouncing all over the place. It leads to an opportunity for John Dees down low to pick it up and slide it through the 5-hole of Bobrovsky, and he does just that. Aspyre going to tie this thing up here in the third period. Aspyre regrouping, neutral zone push. John Dees waits for the pass here from Kolslov, but it never comes as it's blocked away, and Kolslov able to pick up that blocked puck and take it on his own. He finds the net again. And now John Dees moving the other direction. He's around Gigi, around Kusarik, behind the net. He feeds it to Kolslov before getting checked. Kolslov tied up on the boards. This is great for the clock in the top left corner if you're keeping your eye on it. OK now with control in the right wing. OK gets destroyed as he's trying to move the puck out. And now Kusarik moving the other direction. Nambo with a fantastic save. And now another save. And another save. 3 rapid saves, and the horn's going to sound. Aspyre going to win this thing. And here we go. Kolslov skating around the right wing, looking for an opportunity to shoot. Doesn't find one, so he goes to the point to Peke. Peke to Tiger, who takes a slap shot. That's blockered away by Bobrovsky. It's now Oke, who has an opportunity to take a wrist shot from the lane, and an unreal glove save by Bobrovsky. And now we're going the other direction here for Carpe Diem. Peltola with control goes across the crease, but Nambo's able to cut that pass off and then cover it up. We go to a defensive zone faceoff for Aspyre. Here's Oke, losing the defensive zone faceoff, but not to worry. A slap shot from Kusarik is blocked away by an Aspyre defender. The puck now on the stick of John Dees as he's into the zone. A poke check from the defender of Carpe Diem leads to the puck loose. It's then picked up by John Dees, who fires into the top left corner and puts Aspyre up by 1 here in the first period. GG regaining control in their defensive zone. Moon going to cross the blue line. Moon now looking for Haitala. He finds him. Haitala to the backhand. Had an opportunity to shoot, but he did not connect. Offensive zone face-off here, won by Haitala. He tries to move it to Kusarik, but John Dees is there to say something about it. Moon with control now to Kusarik. Kusarik to GG. GG back to Kusarik, and a glove save here from Nambo off the slap shot. Carpe Diem able to win the offensive zone face-off. Kusarik to Moon, who takes a one-time shot from a low-quality angle. Now, puck behind the net, moved out front to GG. GG takes a wrist shot. It's shouldered away by Nambo. Kusarik looking to take another shot. He goes to Peltola, who takes a backhand shot, and it does not go. A great save. The puck is cleared. The horn is sound. The end of the first period is here. Aspyre will start this period a man down for the next full minute of EA time. Tiger going to pass this thing all the way up the boards on the right side of the ice to Kolslov, who's looking for John Dees down low. John Dees takes a backhand shot that's blocked away by Bobrovsky. Here's the spinorama from Kolslov to find the 5-hole. The refs say no goal. Unbelievable job here. Spinorama from behind the net. And it's going to get called off. John Dees behind the net, feeds out front to Kolslov, who takes a wrist shot, but he's poke checked just before he can let it go. And now Moon going to feed it over to Peltola. Peltola takes a shot. This one saved away from Nambo. Nambo with 14 saves on the game. Kusarik over to GG. A slap shot here on the one time. He scores. Right as I mentioned how many saves Nambo has, he takes a shot through the crowd in front of him. Moon now looking for a pass down low to Haitala, but it's leg patted away from Nambo. And now John Dees across center ice. He's around Moon, but not past Haitala, who now feeds it to Peltola. Peltola to Moon. Peke there to block the shot. End of the second period. Horn sounds. Ladies and gentlemen, third period action is coming your way. The game tied up at 1. Play a poke check here for John Dees, who's skating into the zone. John Dees at the backhand. The stick save from Bobrovsky. It's insane. 26 seconds. Here's another shot that's blocked away by the Carpe Diem defenders. Peltola to Moon. Moon into the offensive zone for Carpe Diem. GG to Kusarik, back to Moon, back to Kusarik, and now to Peltola, offensive zone, Carpe Diem. Moon, the intended target. It does connect. He goes back to Peltola. Peltola looking for a cross-crease pass that's off the mark, and the horn's going to sound. We're going into overtime, deadlocked at 1. Overtime action coming at you. The last time we went into overtime was game 1 in this series, and Aspyre was able to win it after a last-second comeback in the third period. We'll see if they can win it here in overtime again. John Dees for the puck. The battle won by Aspyre. Oke with control, moving up the left wing, spins around GG. He still has control of this thing. He moves it to John Dees. Now Tiger to John Dees. John Dees into the slot, gets checked off the puck. Kolslov is able to corral this thing, and he takes a shot that goes through the 5-hole. Overtime game winner here in game number 4 for Kolslov. Ladies and gentlemen, game number 5 of the Aspyre versus Carpe Diem round 1 playoff matchup is underway. Haitala to Moon. Moon skating backwards. Unreal goal. I mean, I don't even know what to say. Moon skates backwards, brings it back to the forehand just above the baseline here, and slides it in the bottom right corner of the net. 1-0, Carpe Diem. Here's a long pass from Peke up to John Dees. John Dees back to Peke. Peke to John Dees. John Dees takes a shot. It goes off the back of the net, but he feeds it out front to Oke, who has an opportunity of his own. This one also blocked away by Bobrovsky. Moon has had 3 of those same opportunities for the last 3 offensive possessions of Carpe Diem. Kolslav trying to feed this thing to Oke in the slot, who is able to take a shot, but his glove saved and covered up by Bobrovsky. Battling Oke and Tiger. He wins that battle somehow before moving into Gigi. Gigi now to Peltola. Peltola back to Gigi. Gigi baseline, spinorama, shot, rebound, shot. Covered up by Nambo. Second period action coming right at you. The faceoff won by Oke, but then quickly intercepted by Haitala. Unreal how he was able to skate through 4 different people there, but unfortunately cannot score. Peltola now going to get checked like crazy down low. Peke able to pick it up before he feeds it to John Dees. John Dees moving the other direction, looking for a pass too. Okay, moves it to Peke. Peke down low to Kolslav. That one is also intercepted by Kusarik, and now Peltola with a one-on-one opportunity. Peltola steps around, takes a backhand shot. Big save from Nambo. Gigi with control. Peltola not gonna find the back of the net. A glove save here from Nambo. An incredible glove save. Mike Tyad keeps them on their toes. Haitala looking for an opportunity. He takes a wrist shot. This one's leg patted away by Nambo, and Peke is moving this thing the other direction. Kolslav across the blue line. He feeds it to John Dees, who has an opportunity on a breakaway that does not score. Tiger looking for a pass over to Kolslav, who was sitting in the lane. Kolslav's battling now with Moon, and he's able to win that one. He goes back to that middle ice lane, takes the shot off the boards to himself, and the first period, aka the second period, due to the disconnect, is going to come to an end. Here we go. Third period is underway with the drop of the puck to Tiger. Tiger to Peke. Peke back to Tiger, back to Peke. Peke across the ice over to John Dees, who was waiting left wing. He takes a shot. It's saved. Here's another shot from Peke. This one's also saved. The glove of Bobrovsky to this point has been unbelievable. Kusarik to Haitala, skating into the zone here for Carpe Diem. Across crease pass. And this one's going to be buried. Battling for this opportunity now. Gigi steps around John Dees, goes for the shot, but Peke with a great poke check. And now Tiger battling for this thing. He picks it up behind the net. Tiger, a very long pass. Oh my gosh. End of the game. Game number 6, Aspyre up in the series, 3-2. Kolslav with an early opportunity in the offensive zone. Okay, not able to win that battle. Kusarik with control. Left wing for Carpe Diem, moves it to Gigi. Gigi to Moon, looking for a tic-tac-toe goal, but a great save by Nambo. Now Peke feeds this thing to Kolslav, then up to John Dees. Okay, to the left, then over to John Dees. A crazy shot from John Dees. Crosses the blue line here for Carpe Diem. He's skating backwards before he moves it to Gigi. Now Kusarik into the lane. Here's a one-timer. Carpe Diem going to tie this thing up. Neutral zone, finally finds an opportunity to skate into the zone. Okay, with control, is going to take a wrist shot that's blocked away by Kusarik. And now Peltola to Haitala. Haitala across the blue, drop pass to Peltola. Peltola over to Moon, a one-time shot from the slot. Carpe Diem going to take the 1-goal lead. Kolslav, a pass up to Oke. Oke on the breakaway, goes to the backhand and scores. This thing's tied up at 2. We have a goal fest here in the first period of Game 6 of this first round series. Here's Peke, able to gain control off the faceoff. He feeds it up the right wing to Kolslav. Kolslav now spins around Kusarik, takes a wrist shot that's covered up by Bobrovsky, who couldn't find the puck. Won by Aspyre after the tie-up. A long pass up to Kolslav. Spinorama around Kusarik. Backhand. Forehand. He puts it through the 5-hole. What an absolutely amazing goal here from Kolslav. Through the lane, a poke check, and he loses control. Okay, now sends it to Kolslav. Kolslav crosses the blue, feeds it to John Dees. John Dees nearly finds the back of the net. What an opportunity that does not go. Now looking to move it to Oke, but it's off the mark. Big poke check here from John Dees. He's on the breakaway. John Dees, backhand, scores! Battling, Gigi wins, moves it to Peltola. Peltola around John Dees. Peltola to Kusarik. Kusarik to Peltola, a one-time shot and an insane save from Nambo to keep Aspyre up by 2. Moon with control moves it to Haitala. It's Kusarik. Kusarik tries to pass to Gigi, but it's cut off by Peke. And now Oke, a long pass up to Kolslav, who's on the breakaway. Goes through the legs, brings it back. It's a backhand shot. Oh my gosh, Bobrovsky has just been shaken out of the net. Kolslav, spinorama, between the legs, back in front, puts it in the back of the net. Aspire's moving on. The game ends 5-2, and we will see the Finnish Roosters in round number 2 of the ECL Pro Winter Playoffs. Series over 4-2. Aspyre